What up, folks? It's your pal, Coach Vino, and this is the Glass Half Full podcast where we turn setbacks into comebacks. Let's go.
Yo, everybody goes through setbacks, but don't let these setbacks make you take a step back. Step back from the situation, put your brush down, envision the picture you're painting, because everybody goes through setbacks.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. I am Coach Vino, the People's Bartender, and your certified coach from the Boogie Down Bronx. Well, I hope everybody is doing well since the last time we hung out. I feel so blessed to say that I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I really love to be able to share that with you guys and hope that it motivates you and inspires you to really be the best version of yourself and wake up feeling every day like life is an absolute blessing. Because you know what, guys? It really, really is. So today I want to talk about excuses, right? And we all have them. I know I have them. I know you have them. But what are excuses, right? What are they really? Well, excuses are lies. That's the bottom line, right? That's it. Excuses are lies that we tell ourselves to stay comfortable, right? So that we can avoid taking responsibility. When you start telling yourself stuff like, I don't have time, or I'm too tired, or I'll do it tomorrow, or I'm not good at that, every single one of those things is a lie. And you tell yourself those lies to protect yourself from being uncomfortable. And here's what you need to realize. Discomfort is where growth happens. So when you're trying to be comfortable, you're not going anywhere. You need to learn to be uncomfortable because that's what helps to build resilience and helps to build progress. And I get it, excuses are seductive. And they're seductive because they give us a reason not to try. And every time you let an excuse win, you're choosing to be a spectator in your life. You're choosing to play small ball. You're taking the ball out of your hands. And if you keep doing that, I'm telling you right now, don't expect things to change. You are going to get nowhere really, really fast. All right? So I want you to think about it. I want you to think about what are the excuses that you've been telling yourself. Maybe it's about starting a business. Maybe you've had this great business idea and you keep on making excuses. Oh, I don't have the money, or I don't have the time, or I don't have the resources. Those are excuses. Maybe it's about hitting the gym. Again, I don't have time. I'm too tired. The gym's too far. Again, those are excuses. So maybe it's about fixing a relationship or just taking time for yourself, whatever the case might be. You have to know something. And this is one of my favorite quotes. Excuses are the enemy of progress. I need you to chew on that one for a little while, okay? Excuses are the enemy of progress. Think of excuses like a highway, and you throw a big old tractor trailer sideways on the highway. That's your excuse. You ain't going anywhere now. The whole everything stops. Okay? So now I want to flip the script a little bit, okay? I want you to think about what happens when you stop making excuses. What happens when you start owning your decisions? I mean, I'll tell you what happens. It's going to feel like a weight lifted off your shoulders. Because suddenly, you're not a victim. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You're in control. And when you take ownership, you take your power back. And ownership doesn't mean being perfect. Let's get that correct, right? It just means recognizing where you are, being honest about what you've done, what you haven't done, and then making a decision and a promise to yourself to do better. It's about taking accountability. Because let me tell you something right now, and trust me that I know this firsthand. No one, zilch, no one is going to make you successful, happy, or fulfilled but you. There's going to be people in your life that are going to help you out, that are going to support you, that are going to love you, all of these things. But the main ultimate level of success that you want out of life is going to be on you. So you need to own your excuses. You need to own that shit. And think of ownership as a mindset shift, right? Instead of saying, I don't have time, maybe you say, you know what? I didn't prioritize it. Keep it real with yourself, right? Instead of saying, I can't do it, you say, you know what? I need to figure it out. It's these simple changes in language, they make a big difference. Because you go from feeling helpless to feeling empowered. You need to take the power back. So how do you start owning your excuses is probably what you're thinking, right? I'll tell you. First of all, you got to get real with yourself. Kind of like how I was telling you before. No more sugarcoating. Identify the excuses you've been making. Call them out. Call yourself out. Write them down if you have to. But when you bring the excuses into light, when you look at them right in the eyes, I almost said a very bad word, they lose their power. Okay? Bring the excuses into the light and they will lose their power. And the next thing you need to do is to commit to small, actionable steps. If you've been making excuses about your health, start by committing to a 10-minute workout each day. Or maybe take a 30-minute walk. On your lunchtime, instead of sitting there checking your social media, take a walk. Go outside for a little bit of a walk. If you've been avoiding starting that side hustle that you've been talking about, you know what? Dedicate 30 minutes a day to doing some research or planning. Knowledge is everything. Knowledge is power. But the key is to make progress, guys. And it doesn't matter how small, as long as you are trying to take these steps forward. And now you want to track your wins. Ownership isn't about perfection. I told you this already. It's about progress, okay? If you start on something and you make a few mistakes along the way, that's okay. What you want to do, instead of focusing on those times, the bad ones, the mistakes, or maybe the days you missed the gym, whatever the case might be, celebrate the days that you do show up. Because every step forward, no matter how small, that is a win. You need to recognize those wins. When you see those wins and you recognize those wins, it will be the wind beneath your wings. That's right, folks. You're gonna feel yourself moving forward. And that momentum, after a while, it's going to be hard to stop that momentum. Now you want to get to that place. Because those wins, they add up. Well, look, guys, I'm going to wrap this up for you guys. And I just want to say, excuses are a place of comfort. They are. But they'll never get you where you want to go. It's time to stop letting them rule your life. And I want you to really reflect on where you are making excuses in your life and be honest with yourself, okay? Take responsibility, take ownership, and watch how things start to shift for you. I know you can do this. You've got this. No more excuses. It is time to own that shit. All right, folks, so that's all I've got for you today. I really hope you found this podcast helpful. If you did, and if you know someone that might find it useful as well, please feel free to share. Remember, sharing is caring. And if you or anyone you know might want to work with Coach Vino, you can visit my website, coachvinollc.com. Or if you just want to hang out with me on social media, where I share my love not only for motivation, but also libations, you can find me anywhere at Coach Vino LLC. And remember, folks, when nobody else tells you, Coach Vino appreciates you. Cheers.
I find it hard to reveal these thoughts and express what I'm feeling in a hip-hop form. But I was born to succeed, so as long as I breathe, ain't nobody on this earth gonna crush my dreams. Yo, this might be the end of the verse, but this is just the start of a new beginning. Word.